So I mentioned in my last review that I was actually going to start taking notes during the movie. I sat in the very back of this movie, turned on my Android, opened up sticky notes, and actually wrote down plenty of notes. And I did this, so you can see them all here. And I'm going to read off of them, and obviously discuss them in more detail. First of all, I want to say that this movie had an awkward intro. Let's see. It just, there was too much, and this goes into the next one actually. There was too much unnecessary killing in this. Now, I know it's an action movie, I know it's Sylvester Stallone, but still, I think there was still a little too much unnecessary killing in this movie overall, actually. But after the opening scene, it does get better. A little more about the opening scene is that leaving the hooker as a witness, this is a miniature spoiler, a very minuscule spoiler. Leaving the hooker as a witness, it opens up development. So this is why it was okay to start, because he doesn't end up killing everyone like he's supposed to. Now, Stallone's character in this, and the comp that he's with, it feels like bad guy, good guy, and that's been done so many times before. So the idea in this isn't original, that I can really tell. I didn't see too much in here of this movie that was original. Again, the bad guy daughter is good. Also feels like it's been done before. So there is some humor in this movie, but it's all dry and it's not very funny. It's not overall funny at all, really. It's what was very slow to start, and then after its slow start, it is very fast, and it's like the movie's over, and it's like, what? Faster than Warm Bodies was. Let's see. Action sequences are too quick. They last for a couple of seconds, and that's about it. And there are only a couple of them. So if you're going to see this for an action movie, you're not actually going to get that much action. You're going to get more Stallone than action. And by that I mean more of his character, less of his action. Now, when Stallone kidnaps Batiste, like the second bad guy in this, the movie finally gets moving, and the cops, they're not very lenient in this movie. I'll tell you that. I'm sorry if you think Batiste being kidnapped is a spoiler. Anyway, the cop is not like one of the other cops in the other movies, so this is original. The cop that's teaming up with the bad guy, he will bring Stallone in the very end. And he's not lenient about it, and he's not backing down, which I thought was actually a good thing. But how did that turn out? Well, that would be a spoiler. Let me finish the rest of this first. And what relationship they do have is quickly deteriorating. So let's go into a couple of spoilers now. Like I said, it was typical. It's go after the bad guys go after the girl, who is his daughter. So, I mean, I saw that coming. And really, what didn't I see coming in this movie? Anyway, he goes to rescue her. In the scene where the comp meets the boss, it's the first nice surprise of the movie, actually. And the only one, if I recall correctly. It really got the plot going, but this was about when there was 20 minutes left in the movie, so the plot didn't get going enough till the very end. Ending after the resultant battle was unsatisfactory. Now, the resulting battle, that was pretty good. But, like I said, it was an action sequence, and it was only a couple minutes long. Now, why was the ending unsatisfactory? Because there was no closure. I couldn't get into this movie. It needed more thought. It goes really quick, and it's not really thought through. I know it's an action movie, but again, even though it's an action movie, that's no excuse. You still got to get the movie to be thought through. And people may not like me for saying it. I said 6, but now that I think about it, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 11. I was debating between 5 and 6, and I ended up putting 6 on here, but I'm going to give it a 5. I just didn't like it all that much. The very end was a totally new way to end. I'm not going to give that away, but it's still not great. The acting left stuff to be desired. Stallone, now, the cop character was way worse, but Stallone, he wasn't himself in this movie. I say go back to the Expendables. Anything I missed? I don't think so. So anyway, I've got a couple of preview reviews coming up. Burst Wonderstone looked kind of interesting. Let's see. Now You See Me, that I definitely want to see. The Call, I definitely want to see that. And A Good Day to Die Hard, duh. I've been a good fan of the Die Hard series. Die Hard 2 was good. Die Hard 2... I'm sorry, Die Hard was good. Die Hard 2 was a little better. Die Hard 3 was pretty good, but it was good in different ways. It was pretty much the same as Die Hard 2 in its level of goodness, I guess. Can't think of any other word. Die Hard 4, now that was interesting, and that was pretty good. I don't know what to say about Die Hard 5 yet. I've seen the trailer plenty of times. But anyway, getting back to this movie, that's all I have to say for it. Those movies I just mentioned, I'll do preview reviews soon. 7.5 minutes for this review. I think the notes help a lot.